Okay, good evening. It's Tuesday night Stretch and Breathe. Super happy that you guys are with me. And if you're on the recording, welcome as well. Can you hear okay? Everything okay? Okay, good. Just checking in with our live people that they can hear me okay. We did have some sound issues earlier in the week with our workout class, so I'm glad you can hear me. So tonight we're just going to go through a series of movements gently. That's the key word, is gentle. We're going to move with our breath. Qigong is moving meditation. And so we are doing a combination of Qigong and Tai Chi, a little bit of traditional stretching. You will want to make sure you have a mat for the floor work. If you want to sit in a chair for the neck work, you can if it's uncomfortable on the floor. And if you've got a strap or a band, that will be handy for the hamstring work, but it's not necessary. So I'll leave that up to you if you choose to do that, to use one. Okay, so we're going to start with our breathing. So find a comfortable place to stand. You want your feet just wider than your hips, soft knees. And I want you to think about your tailbone dropping down towards the floor. We're going to let our abdominal area be relaxed. We're holding our guts in. We're going to breathe into this lower area. And then when we exhale, we're going to bring the belly button back and in. Okay, so let's start with soft knees, thinking about being nice and tall. Hands on the lower abdomen, shoulders back and down. Take a nice breath in through the nose. And as you exhale, your belly button is going to go back towards your spine, and you can either exhale through your mouth or through your nose, whatever's most comfortable for you. And inhale and exhale. So we're focusing on keeping that breath nice and low and not up in the chest. Okay, let's take another couple of nice deep breaths into the lower abdominals. Think about getting tall and relaxing the shoulders down as you exhale. Good, bring the arms down, give them a little shake. Let's breathe into our rib cage, hands between hips and ribs. We're going to inhale and push into our hands. And exhale and squeeze your hands in just a little bit. Inhale. Ribs expand, exhale, drop the shoulders and squeeze the air out. And again, inhale and exhale. We want to learn to breathe 360 degrees around the torso, and that takes practice. And exhale. Good, drop the hands down and give them a little shake. Okay, so tonight we're going to put one hand on the belly and one hand on the low back, and we're going to see if we can breathe back and forth both at the same time. So take a nice soft breath in and out. And again in, see if you can feel your back expanding. And out. Remember, the rib cage goes all the way around. So that diaphragm needs to expand and push everything out. And release. Good, and let the arms drop down. Great job. So we're going to continue with that type of breathing as we go through the movements. Long, slow, gentle inhales and long, gentle exhales. So when we exhale, we're bringing the air up and out, okay? So we're going to start, just bring your feet a little bit closer together, and we're going to just mobilize some of the joints. I'm just going to shift my weight from one foot to the other. You can see I'm making very little hip circles and knee circles. There we go. Just starting to feel the weight. You're going to shift from one foot to the other, the heels, the sides of the foot, the balls of the feet. Just being aware. You may not put much weight in one part of your foot. Let's go the other direction. And now we're intentionally focusing on each section. Loosening off the joints, just checking in. Good. And now let's really get those hips involved. Let's push to the side, to the back, side, across the front. Long, slow inhales and exhales. You may feel, so we're just staying inside that comfort zone. So I can feel, oh, that's the end of my stretch. So I'm not forcing anything, not going into pain. Let's go the other direction. Just asking for that gentle mobility into the corners and the creases, the places we don't go during the day. And our body really needs that little, it's like taking the dustpan and the broom and going right into the corners there and come back to center. Good. Give it a little shake. Soft knees, fingertips in front of the shoulders. We're going to do some forward elbow circles. So you choose the size and the speed at which you make these circles. Take a nice breath in as you reach behind. Exhale as the elbows come forward. And then let's add some spinal movements. So arch the back and then round the spine. There we go. So we want the energy to wave up from the ground, up and over and down. And that's open the arms and add full arm movement, not forcing anything. Your hips can come forward as your arms go back. Hips slide back slightly as the arms come forward. Let's do one more, reaching up and around. Wave the energy up through your body and back down. Good job. Okay, fingertips to the shoulders. Let's do some elbow circles backwards. So same thing, round and open. Big inhale as we open the chest. Exhale as we squeeze back down. Inhale, open. Exhale, round down. Last one before we open the arms. Let those arms drop down. Inhale, reach up and around. Push your hips forward. And then let them drop behind you as the arms come in front. Big inhale as you reach up and around. One more. Up and around. There we go. Good. And there's no right or wrong way of doing any of this. Just stay in your comfort zone where it feels most comfortable for you, where you feel like you're moving and stretching, but not forcing anything. All right, let's do a little bit of gentle neck warm up. So we're going to drop the chin down towards the chest and then bring it across. So your chin's facing your armpit and then up onto the shoulder. Then take your head straight up and over to the other shoulder. Drop the chin down into the armpit. Across the chest, back to the other armpit. Ear to shoulder. Up and over. So you decide, this may be a tiny little circle you're making. We're just checking in. This isn't a stretch. This is just, hello neck, how are we today? Where might we be tight? What are our opportunities later on to do some stretching? Good. Let's go the other direction. Ear to shoulder, chin to armpit, across the chest to the other armpit, ear to shoulder, and back up nice and tall. Over. Let's start making your circle around. Ear to shoulder. Let's do one more. Check in with your breath. Long, slow, deep breaths. Relax. Knees are soft. We don't want to lock our knees because that creates tension. Good. And let's just roll those shoulders up, back, and down. Very nice. Good. So we got a little bit of mobility going. Now we're going to do some clearing. So anything that you want to let go of, any stress, anything that is going to be weighing on you or that you may have picked up through a conversation today, we're going to release that now. And we're going to do it through drawing our hands up as if we're just kind of washing up, 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 up. Then we're going to wash it down we're gonna bring our hands wide and then back up. So it looks like this, we're gonna come up, big breath in, and then wash it down. Up, wash it down. So I've got a nice little bounce in my knees as we let that go. So let's do that together. Let's draw up, big breath in, all the way up, let it go. And again, up, let it go. Up. Good. See if we can do it a little faster. Just let it swing, up and swing, up and swing, up. Let those arms just be loose and throw them out to your side. You're giving all your stress back to Mother Earth. She'll take it, she'll compost it. Away it goes. Cleanse and release. One more. Cleanse and release. Good. And just let those arms swing. Good. All right. Does that feel good? Yes, it does. Okay. We're going to do another one. We're going to toss the stone. So we're going to start with our palms up. And we're just going to let our arms drop and swing. And drop and swing. So we're going to swing the hips at the same time. And I want you to imagine you've got a dark stone in each hand. And what you're doing is you're tossing that stone away. So any stress that you have, they're in those stones and we're tossing them away. Okay, so we're going to take a nice breath in. Rotate the hips, toss your stone. So you'll find the inhale is less and the exhale is forceful. Stay nice and tall. Get a nice bounce in those knees. Let your shoulder blades relax. Let the arms swing. Let the momentum take over. And now focus on releasing anything that you want to release. And start to slow it down and slow it down. Good. And just take a moment. Close your eyes and feel the energy that's starting to wake up in the upper part of your body. Yeah, and we actually got the hips in there too with that rotation. Well done. Okay, the other thing we're going to do tonight before we move into our gentle flowy movements is we're going to do some tapping. And tapping, we're actually going to just use soft fists and tap this way and then an open hand and slap. And what this is going to do is it's another way to wake up those acupressure points or acupuncture points and the meridian lines. We've talked about the rivers of energy through our body. We're going to give them a little wake up and then we're going to move and flow through them and allow that energy to really recycle. Okay, so we're going to start with soft fists and we're just going to tap up and down our sternum. Nice breath in. And down. So there are several points along the sternum. At the top, we have a vitality point. At the 2/3 up, we have our thymus gland. And then right between our chest, right at the bottom of our chest here, we have the heart center, which is the sea of tranquility. And now bring one hand over. So I'm taking my right hand and I'm thumping in front of my left shoulder. We've done our knocking on the doors of life. We know that this is the lung meridian. Now we're going to open the hand and we're going to slap down the inside of the arm. And you can give a little flick off the end, turn your hand over, tap up the back of the arm right to the neck. Let's do that again. Down the inside of the arm. So we have yin meridians that run down the inside of the arm and yang meridians that run along the outside of the arm. One more time. Out, give it a little flick and back up. And we're going to come back to center. very gently. This doesn't hurt. And now we're going to take my left hand over to my right shoulder, give it a few taps, making up those lung meridians. And now open hand, tapping down the inside of the arm. Give a little flick. Back up the outside. Tap the neck a little bit. And back out. Tapping in. And third time's the charm. In. And back to the chest. Give a little sigh and bring those arms down. Give them a little shake. Eyes closed and just feel the energy flowing through your arms. Good. Okay, we're going to add to the torso now. And then this is something you can do before a meal. If you're having any issues with digestion, this is great for pre-meal. Not so great for right after a meal. So if you just ate, just go gently. We're going to go with our soft fits. So here's my belly button, right below my belly button. Here's my dantian. Very gentle taps. Breathing into it. And now I'm going to drop a little lower and I'm going to go to the right, up the right side, up along the right ribs, across to my stomach, left rib cage, down the descending colon and across. So we're just following the direction that our large intestine travels. On the right side, we're saying hello, liver, gallbladder, stomach, spleen on the left, and down. Let's do one more circle. And back to the belly button area. Good. And then we're going to go right into the hip crease with double taps. Sides of the hips. Back of the hips. And now I'm going to use the backs of my hands to go up and down my low back, right to my tailbone. And then what we're going to do is we're going to slap down the backs of our legs. Now you can't see me, so I'm going to walk you through it. We're going to slap down the backs of the legs all the way to the heels. And then from the big toe, start tapping the inside of your big toe, the inside of your foot, the inside of your leg, all the way back up and tap on that hip crease again. Good. Sides of the hips. Little bit of a tap on the back. And here we go, slapping down the backs of the legs. Big toe. Inside ankle, up, 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 tap, tap, tap in the hip crease. We're going to go right to slapping the tush again, all the way down, slapping all the way down. And slapping all the way back up. And release. And give those legs a little shake, give those arms a little shake. And just take a moment and check in. You may feel like there's almost like electricity just running through your body. It's a great sensation. Now, we're also going to do the head. And so a lot of people hold a lot of tension in the jaw. So we're going to start there. So chin tucked nice and tall. We're just going to tap the jaw. Just gently coming up in front of the ear, the top of the jaw, and go around the ears. And we're going to come right down along the neck here, very gently. Okay, let's do that again. Jaw in front of the ears, up around the ear, and down the front of the neck. One more time. Jaw in front of the ear, around the ear, and down the front of the neck. Good. And now we're going to go right to the back of the neck, back of the head, tapping across the back of your skull, in and out. There you go. And then tapping all around your head. Just feel where it feels good for you. Just waking all the circuitry up. Good. And bring the arms down. Take a deep breath. Woo, we are on now. Wow. Doesn't that feel great? Okay. So that's something you can do at any time. If you're feeling like you're just kind of been sluggish or stuck, just do a wake up. Just do a tapping wake up. Okay. So now let's get some of that flowing and energizing and revitalizing us. Okay. We're going to start with spinal cord breathing. So soft knees. We're going to open the chest, open the hands, looking up. So our chest is towards the sun. Big breath in. Bring the elbows together, tuck the head down, round your spine, tuck your tailbone under, and exhale. Inhale, open. Exhale, round down. Inhale, open. Exhale, round down. And just feel how your spine is moving back and forth, opening the chest, creating that movement. Our spine is meant to move in many different directions. Good. Come back to standing. We're going to go to the side. You're going to open to the sides. You're rotating from the hips. Big inhale and exhale. Come back to the center. Round down. Inhale, open to the other direction. Exhale, round down, back in the center. We're going to alternate side to side. Here we go. Inhale. Exhale, round down to the center. Inhale, open. Exhale, round down. So really embrace the rotation. Lifting the chest, bringing that back elbow as far back as you can to feel that the rotation in the torso, in the spine, in the rib cage. Let's do one more each side. Good. Drop your hands and roll back up. Good work. Okay. Give everything a little bit of a shake. Now we're also going to do another movement that's going to, I call it pushing air. So I'm going to rotate, and that's like I'm pushing the air. My back hand is going to push the air in the opposite direction. And as I do it, I'm starting with my hands straight up, and I'm going to rotate my hand as I push. Okay. Big breath in, exhale. Now start rotating your hand as you rotate your torso. Inhale, come back to center, switch arms. Exhale, rotate the arm and the wrist as much as you can. Inhale to center. Push the air away and then start to rotate that front arm. Eyes follow. Inhale, exhale, rotate. The movement comes from the hips, then the low back, and then the upper back, shoulders, head and neck. So now we're spiraling the spine in a different way, asking for a different type of mobility. Pushing the air away. This is wringing out the organs. When we rotate, we're wringing out any tension or stress or toxicity in the organs. We're bringing in beautiful, fresh, clean air, and we're exhaling anything that your organs need to release and come back to center. Roll the shoulders up, back and down a couple times. Good job. Okay, we are moving. All right. We're going to step into a wide stance and we're going to do some single arm circles. So I'm going to soften my knees And I'm going to shift my weight from side to side as I move my arm. So again, you choose how deep you go and how much you lean. So I'm going to start with my right hand, and I'm going to bring it across my body. I'm going to bring it up and across, like I'm painting a rainbow with my fingertips, and I'm going to follow with my eyes. I'm going to lunge to the side. Then I'm just going to let my hands dip into the paint. And then my fingertips come up. Big breath in as we rotate around. Exhale as you dip down into the paint. Inhale, rising up. Paint your rainbow. Lunge and sit down into it as we gather up the paint. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, up and reach. Exhale, down. Let's do one more. Really reach those fingertips up and around. And down. And come to standing. Good job. Other hand, are you guys ready to paint? Let's scoop up our paint first. Scoop up. Big breath in as we paint our rainbow. Exhale, come down. Scoop up the paint. Inhale. Reaching up, shifting the weight. So feeling the hips rotate slightly as we rotate up and around. Breath follows. Nice inhale as we reach up. Shift the weight. Exhale, come down. We're going to do one more. Reaching up, around, back to center and stand. Oh, good job. That felt good. Okay, we are going to stay in a fairly wide stance, and we're going to do a chest opener. It's called Heart to the Sky, Heart to the Earth. So it depends. If you need to bring your feet in to be more comfortable, find the stance that feels best for you. I like to do this one in a wide stance. I'm going to do thumbs down, and I'm going to lift my heart to the sun, or heart to the sky, pushing. So I'm moving towards more onto the balls of my feet, and then I'm going to bring my hands together, and I'm bringing my heart down to the earth. Heart to the sky, big breath in, heart to the earth. Heart to the sky. Opening, thumbs down, chest up. And now rock back onto your heels as you come back in, hands come to chest. Inhale, open. Rocking towards the balls of the feet. Exhale, sitting back into your heels, into your tush. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, open. And exhale, sit. Good. Now bring your feet together. And I'm going to bring my right foot behind me slightly. So I'm in a lunge stance. And what we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing. So you choose the size of your lunge and how deep you go. You may just do a little bob. It doesn't matter. It's the intention. Okay. So while we're at the top of our lunge, we're going to open. And now heart to the earth. We're going to exhale and drop down. Inhale, open. Exhale, drop down. So what we're doing here is we're pumping earth energy up through our legs. Whenever we pump up and down, we are bringing that earth energy up through our legs, energizing us, revitalizing us. And we're drawing that energy all the way up and out the fingertips. So it's really entering the whole body. And back to earth, scooping up that earth energy, pumping it up through the system. Big breath in, exhale, come down and hold. Come to standing, bring your feet together, give them a little shake. Let's do a little opener here, letting the legs relax, feet together, open. and close. Heart to the sky. Heart to the earth. Okay, take your other foot, step back. Find your balance. Here we go. Heart to the sky. Open. Heart to the earth. Bend the knees, come down. Inhale, open. Exhale, drop down. Inhale, open. Pump that earth energy. Exhale, drop down. Inhale, open. Strengthening the legs. Filling the body with energy, vitality. We're going to do one more. Open. And close. Hold. Come to standing and release. There we go. Shake those legs out. Good job. Okay. All right. We're going to do one more before we do our shaking. And it's a wide stance as well. I really like this one. And if you ever have cold hands, this is an excellent exercise to do. So what we're going to do is have fingers facing opposite directions, and you're just going to rub your palms against each other, fingers wide open. That's it. Get the elbows in there. So this really warms the heart, warms our body. There we go. So we're going to add this movement to our weight shift. Okay. So I'm going to shift to the right. And I'm going to, I have to think about this for a minute. And I'm going to curl my hands and my right elbow goes up and I'm going to look left. And then I'm going to dip down and I'm going to switch. Dip down and switch. Okay, so we're going to inhale when we scoop. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, scoop. Exhale, rotate. I'm just going to pick the speed up a little bit so you can feel that we're looking away from that upper elbow, looking away from the direction that we're lunging. So we're getting energy going through the side line of the body. Good. Keep the pressure on those palms. You should feel them warming up. That's it. Turning the head and neck, looking over the shoulder. That's it. A couple more. And come back to center. Bring the feet in. Give yourself a little check-in. I definitely feel a lot of heat coming up through my arms now. My hands are really warm. But anyway, that is a great exercise to do. If you're feeling cold hands, this is a heart exercise and it really does help warm the body. Okay, it's time for our shaking before we head to the floor. So this is where we're just going to let everything go. So we're going to start with the feet and the ankles, just being nice and relaxed. Any tension in the feet, ankles, knees, being released through the shaking. Take your focus to your hips, feel the shaking in the hips. Make a hot sound when you exhale. That's the heart sound. Releasing. Coming up into the shoulder blades, the chest, the shoulders. Release those elbows, hands, head and neck. Letting all tension go, release, release, release. And slow it down and slow it down. Good. Again, that is an excellent exercise to do. Anytime you just need to reset. You know how all other animals shake? We need to shake too. The dogs shake, the horses shake. Yeah, okay. So now you have a plan for that too. All right, we're going to head to the floor now. So I'm going to pull my mat out a little closer and angle the camera down. If you want to grab a sip of water while we get ready to transition. There we go. Okay. Okay. We're going to start by shifting our weight side to side. We're going to transition to the floor. Tuck your chin, knees soft, and just come down like a rag doll. We're going to get a nice gentle back stretch here. We're going to hang out for just a moment. And just slowly walk your hands forward onto your mat. And we're going to pedal one foot and then the other. They call this a downward dog in yoga. Head between the ears. Or head, yes, head between the ears. Head between your arms, sorry. I would hope that your head is still between your ears, otherwise we're in trouble. Up on the toes, drop the heels down. Up and down, feeling that nice stretch up the back line. Good, and drop the knees down to the mat. We're now on all fours. You can point the toes. And we're just going to knock the hips to one side and then the other. Inhale, exhale, shift the weight, move slowly. You can move your hands in the opposite direction. So if I put both hands on the left side of my mat, I can push my hips to the right side towards my heels and feel the whole sideline. Inhale, exhale, switch your hands and switch your hips. And just sink to where you feel comfortable. Back and forth. Good, now come back to center. And we're just going to start walking our hands a little farther out, knocking the hips side to side. So we're lengthening out. And we're going to go right down onto our stomachs. And your hands can be by your shoulders and your elbows by your sides. Chin tucked. We're going to take a nice inhale. And we're going to exhale, lift up gently. Just a baby cobra and back down. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, press up gently. Inhale, come back down. Shoulders down and back, long neck, long spine. Only comfort here. If you've been sitting a lot, looking at a computer screen or cooking, reading, whatever it happens to be, this is a great exercise to do to open that front line back up. Now, if you want to press all the way up, nice and long and tall, open the chest, drop back down. We're going to do one more. Inhale, exhale, lift to your comfort zone. And then lift the hips and push on back. And we're going to go right into a little child's pose. You can push your knees out to the outside so you're making a V shape. Drop your belly down into the middle. Stretch your arms out. Rest your head, your forehead on the mat for just a moment. You can rock side to side if you'd like, or you can just hold. And then slowly bring yourself back up. There we go. And come on into a seated position. Now we're going to work with our neck for a few minutes. So if you're more comfortable sitting in a chair, or if you want to sit on a bolster, find a comfortable place for yourself. We're going to do what we normally do for the front of the neck and the back of the neck. And I'm going to teach you some new stretches for the sides of the neck today, involving our arms. So let's start with the front. We're going to work with the front fascia. So we're going to place both hands. We've used the L shape of our hands on our collarbones. We're going to shrug up with a nice breath in. Exhale as you pin that tissue and let your chin float up and your shoulders drop down and back. Drop your chin back down, shrug up, breath in. Exhale as your chin floats up and your shoulders drop down and back. Bring your chin back down, shrug up, breath in. Exhale, chin's going to float up and over to your right shoulder and do little chin circles over your right shoulder. Pinning the tissue on the left side of the collarbone and neck. Just gently feeling a stretch by holding that skin down against the collarbone. And bring the chin to chest, shrug up. Breath in, exhale, chin floats up and over to the left shoulder, little chin circles over the left shoulder. Feel that gentle stretch of the front fascia and bring your chin back to center, shrug up. Exhale, chin floats straight up in front and you can open and close your mouth or push your jaw forward. This is wonderful for anyone with TMJ or tight jaw. Make sure those shoulders are down and back. And drop the chin, release the hands and give those shoulders a little roll. Oh yeah, I like that one. Okay, for side of the neck, we're going to incorporate the arms. And so the intensity may be a little bit different in different angles. So work with your body, listen to your body. What we're going to do is we're going to still work with tipping the head, but we're going to start by extending the arms, fingers reaching up in our open hand shape. Okay. Fingers pointing towards the ceiling. Take a nice big breath in. Exhale, drop your right ear to your right shoulder. Back to center. Big breath in, right ear to right shoulder. Come back to center. We're going to go left ear to left shoulder. Big breath in. Exhale, left ear, left shoulder. You're going to feel the stretch down the right arm. Back to center, sitting up nice and tall. Breath in, exhale, left ear to left shoulder. Come back to center and drop the arms. Give them a little shake. How'd that feel? We're really getting into some fascial lines there. Okay, so now we're going to turn fingertips down, palms still pressing away. All right, big breath in. Exhale, right ear to right shoulder, just gently. And return, big breath in. Exhale, right ear to right shoulder. Return, we're going to go left ear, left shoulder. Sitting up tall, breath in. Left ear, left shoulder. Come back to center, drop the arms, give them a little shake. Good job. Okay, so now we're going to make what I call a bird beak. So I'm extending my arms out, and then I'm curling my hands and my thumbs, so I'm pushing the backs of my wrists away And I'm curling my fingers and my thumb underneath as much as I can. Shoulders back and down. Big breath in. Right ear, right shoulder. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, right ear, right shoulder. Come back to center. Left ear, left shoulder. Come back to center. Breath in. Left ear, left shoulder. Release the hands. Give them a shake. Okay, back out with bird beaks, and now we're going to turn them up. Bird beaks facing up, shoulders back and down. Big breath in. Exhale, ear to shoulder. Come back to center. Inhale. Exhale. Back to center. Left ear, left shoulder. Back to center. Big breath in. Left ear, left shoulder. Bring the chin down to the chest, release the hands, roll the shoulders up, back and down, and give those arms a shake. Yes. So we used the inner and outer meridians, so yang and yin meridians. We stretched those while we stretched the neck because they travel through the neck. And so we got more than just a neck stretch. We stretched our yin and yang meridians that run up and down the arms. So congratulations. Okay. Challenging? Yes. Beneficial? Absolutely. Okay, we're gonna do the back of the neck. Clasp the hands together, holding onto the back of your skull. Big breath in. Exhale, weave down. Tuck your chin. Work your way down. Just to where you feel a nice rounded stretch through the spine. Release your hands and walk your way up, weaving back and forth to come back up. There's no straight lines in stretching and fascial work. It's all circles and oscillating. All right, hands behind the head. Big breath in. Exhale, weave. Release the hands and walk back up. Good. One more time. Hands behind the head. Big breath in. Exhale, weave. Release the hands and weave back up. There we go. Excellent job. Woo. So you may have noticed that your neck was really loose from all of those other stretches. By the time we got to that, I just feel everything's just flowing very nicely. Awesome. Okay, take those legs out, give them a little shake. Good. Okay, we're going to take the feet wider than shoulder width, hands supporting behind our backs, chest up nice and tall. Big breath in, and we're going to drop the knees to one side and the other. These are flip-flops. Very gently letting the knees drop to where they want to go. We're not forcing anything. Inhale and exhale. Just checking out, how do the hips feel? We've already warmed them up nicely with a lot of our rotational work standing. Good. And now we're going to turn right to one side. And here are some options. So I can bring my front foot right into the knee, and we're going to forward fold from here, or you can open those up a little bit. Depending on your mobility, we want to roll that back hip forward Belly button facing the knee, no matter which angle you're at. One hand by the foot, one hand by the knee. And we're going to wave, breathe with our torso, taking a big breath in, nice and tall. Exhale, fold forward. Belly button towards the leg, roll back up. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Move like water. Inhale, chest open, fold forward onto that leg and roll back up. Exhale, fold forward. Roll back up. Last one. Exhale, fold forward. Then roll back up. Good. So from here, I'm going to bring my foot in. I'm going to actually turn a little bit so you can see me. I'm going to bring my back leg back a little bit more, and I'm going to invite my heel to come closer to my tush. Okay? I've brought my front foot in front of the knee. Both hands are going to go beside me, and I'm going to go down onto my elbow. Okay? So I feel a nice open line in the front part of my body. I'm pushing this top hip forward. My top hand is on my thigh. I'm going to reach up with a big breath in. Exhale as you reach over your head towards the floor. Fingertips travel in front of the body. And we're going to reach up and over again. Big breath in. Up and over. Exhale, let it go. Eyes follow the fingertips. Big breath in. Push that top hip forward, opening the quad, the hip area. One more nice big breath in. Up and over, exhale. And pull through. Use that elevated hand to now lift your elbow off the floor, coming back to a seated position in front. We're going to swing the legs out front. We're going to do a gentle little flip-flop. Sitting up nice and tall, dropping the knees side to side. Let's feel how that's starting to loosen. Oh yeah, that feels so much better already. Long, slow inhales and exhales, and we're going to shift to the other side. You choose your angle, whatever feels best for you. Wave breathing, chest up, breath in. Exhale, fold forward, wave over that front leg, and curl back up as you exhale. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward. And if you need to hold or explore your angles, please do. Everybody's going to feel this a little differently. Feel into it. One more. Inhale, exhale, fold forward, moving like water, and come back up. Good. From here, we're going to close the front foot in. I'm going to shift a little bit so I can face you. I'm going to open up my back hip by bringing that back knee back a little. My heel, I'm pulling it back towards my tush. I'm going to walk myself out till I feel a stretch in the top hip. Drop the elbow down to the floor, rolling my top hip forward, top hand on the thigh, big breath in. Up and over, reach, lift through the rib cage, feel the stretch, and then exhale as you bring that arm back in. Moving slowly, reach up, big breath in. Exhale, release. Inhale, reach. Pushing that top hip forward just a little bit. Feel the rotation in the torso as you reach over your head. Eyes follow. Last one, big breath in. Up and over. Use your hand off the elbow, return to the front, swing the feet out front, last little flip flop, chest up tall, drop the knees to one side and then the other. Go. Nice job. Okay, let's swing the feet to the end. We're going to do just a little hamstring check-in. If you have a band, you can bring it close to you. If you don't have a band, don't worry, you don't need it. Rocking on back gently onto the mat. Extend your legs out for just a moment. Give them a nice little shake. Just check in. Relaxing the shoulders down. And now bring your right knee into your chest. Give a nice little squeeze and a hug. And if you have a band, you can wrap it around just below the ball of the foot. Extend the heel up towards the ceiling. And do some little circles. Feeling a nice stretch. So I'm rolling my ankle as I'm making my heel circles up on the ceiling. My shoulders are relaxed down. My jaw is relaxed. I just feel a nice stretch up the back of the legs. Good. Now let's take that leg out to the side gently. Right leg out to the right side of the body, doing little heel circles, just stretching the inner thigh. Long, slow breathing. Then take the leg up and across the body, leading with the toes pointing towards the floor. And again, little heel circles. Exploring this stretch coming across the body. The leg is relaxed, your arm is, and your hand is directing with the band, or you're just letting that leg do some circles on its own, and that's fine too. Bring your knee into the chest, give your knee a nice squeeze and a hug. Bring the knee out a little bit towards the armpit and give it another squeeze and a hug there. And then release the right leg back down, give it a little shake. Run the left knee up to the chest. Give it a nice squeeze into the chest, nice hug. And then if you have a band, you can put it around the ball of the foot. Otherwise, extend the leg up. And just start some little heel circles facing the ceiling. The knee does not need to be locked. Soft knee, relax the shoulders. Check in with your breath. You don't want to be holding our breath. You can roll the ankle as you make those circles, exploring your angles. And now start taking the leg out to the side, to the left side of the body. Again, making little circles, exploring where the tension might be in your body. Sigh if you want to, hum, whatever feels good, smile. Just put a gentle smile on your face. It changes the chemistry of the body immediately. And bring that leg up. Take it across the body, toes pointing towards the floor. Little heel circles. Just gently stretching the outside line, the hamstrings, the glutes. And then bring your knee back into your chest. Give it a nice squeeze and a hug right in towards your chest. And then move the knee slightly to the outside towards your armpit. Give it another squeeze. Extend the leg out. Give both legs a little shake. Extend your arms out by your sides, palms up or down, whatever feels most comfortable. And just take a long, deep breath. Big breath in. And exhale with a sigh. Ah. Let's do that one more time. Big breath in. And sigh. Ah. Let all the air out. And just feel the tension melting from the top of your head down through your face, your eyebrows, your forehead, your cheeks and your tongue, your jaw, the back of the neck, and the back of your shoulders. Let the tension melt down through the arms, out the fingertips. Feel your upper back on the mat. Let the tension release. Down from your chest, releasing the tension in your abdomen. Feeling your hips on the floor, the mat. Allowing them to release and sink just a little bit more. Feeling the legs get a little bit heavier as you release any tension. Releasing the knees and the ankles. Feel the heels sinking just a little bit more. And just come to your natural breathing state. Coming in contact with your body, staying in your body. And if you wish to stay in this position for longer, please do. In order to close off the session, I'm going to roll onto my side gently. And slowly press your hands into the floor, coming back to the seated position if you choose. And just take a moment to feel into your body. Take your arms, if you're seated, take them up all the way overhead. Bring your hands together and bring them down to your heart. Thank you for joining me. I hope you had a lovely session. And we'll see you next Tuesday. Light and love. Bye-bye.